Hey, everybody, this is Bridget Williams, your coaching mentor, and I wanted to tell you about the 5 things I think you can do to help keep your date night alive. First, I want to give you a quote that says, "Don't miss out on something amazing just because it may be difficult." Now, as a mother, a spouse, entrepreneur, as a life coach, there are so many different things that I have going on in my life that I can find my day to day can get really hectic and busy. My husband has a busy life as well. But one of the things that we purpose in our heart to do is to make sure we make time for each other. So we started doing date night and we picked a day of the week. Our night is Tuesday night. And so we go out and, spend some time with each other. So, one of the things that I want to give you, the first tip that I want to give you is that you do not have to spend a lot of money. It's the effort that you put into it. So at first we were going out, we were eating at this restaurant, our favorite restaurant, standing restaurant that we would go to, and the food was amazing, everything was great. But at the end of the night, we felt like we were going out just to spend money, just to say it was date night, and so let's go out at this restaurant and spend money. So we decided to start doing things a little different. So we were playing games together, whether it's cards or board games or doing things together to spend more time together. And we found that that was much better. So tonight we did some bowling. We went bowling and we had an awesome, really amazing time together. So it's really not about the money that you put into it, but it is the effort. So if you can't go out somewhere, go, in your backyard or somewhere in a room that you don't spend a lot of time in, but make sure that it is away from your day-to-day things that you may seem. So go out somewhere, even if it's going to sit down on a park bench, but get out and spend that time together. The second tip I want to give you is to keep the laughter going. It's you find this amazing how much we don't laugh. We just don't get, we get come home from work and automatically we're trying to figure out what the children are doing and dinner, and you open up the mail and it's just all these different things, and there really isn't enough time of laughing. So make sure that you are laughing a lot during date time. Find things funny to laugh about. Get some jokes, get some funny videos that you can laugh at. Anything that's going to keep that laughter going. So keep the laughter going. The third thing that I want to tell you is that we need to make sure that we table it. Now, my husband and I, we do premarital counseling classes. And one of the things that we teach people is that it is important to learn when to table it. Sometimes issues and challenges come up, and we want to have that discussion, and we need to have a discussion. But we feel like we have to have a resolution that day. We have to have, an answer right away. But instead, we need to learn when it's time to table it. And table it with a date. Now, I'm giving you a premarital counseling tip, but table it with a date so that your spouse will know when they can talk about it again, when the topic is coming up. They'll have time to think about things and think things through. All of those things are important. So during date night, table it. It is not the time to talk about your bills. It is not the time to talk about the children. It is not the time to talk about your in-laws. It is just about you and your spouse. That is it. And so this way you will keep some laughter going, and you don't have to worry about what is going on in the home. That stuff is going to be there when date night is over. So there's no need to talk about it. Nothing is going to change at that moment. So just table it. The fourth thing that I want to tell you about to help keep your date night alive is to hold hands. Sometimes we get so into a routine of saying, "Yeah, I know you're with me," without showing that hug and affection and that intimacy that is sort of taken out of the marriage sometimes when we get to our day-to-day routine. So hold hands, give a hug while you're walking down the street. Those things that we used to do during date time, those things are important as well. And then the fifth thing that I want to tell you about how to keep your date night alive is to listen and just be a friend. That is so important when you are you've already set the atmosphere. You went to a place that is not so stressful. You are laughing, you are keeping it light, you're not keeping it serious with life serious issues. You are hugging and touching and all those things. And so now's the time to listen. And you will find that your spouse will start sharing their dreams and their goals and their visions, and just really opening up to you a little bit more. And then that's where you can be that friend that you used to be, giving that advice or showing that support for their dreams and their visions and their goals. And that is important as well. So keep date night alive. And I know it could be difficult. You may have some toddlers that you just glad that they're asleep at a certain hour of the day, and you just don't feel like doing a date night. But even if that is the case, even if you cannot get out of the house and the children are finally asleep, let that be a moment. Sometimes we get so plugged into the TV that we do not plug into each other. And so we need to have that reconnect. So those are the 5 things that I believe that you can do to help keep your date night alive. No matter how difficult it is, put forth the effort and you will find that it was worth every bit.